Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Laz.
And we are Mic'd Up Mayhem.
Mayhem.
This new channel will be covering all things footy and basketball, our two favourite sports.
That's right, Jay. We'll be interviewing fans, bringing you the highlights, the best of the best.
You'll be able to follow us across multiple platforms including TikTok, YouTube and Instagram.
I'm a massive Western Bulldogs fan and follow the Adelaide 36ers in the NBL.
And I'm an Adelaide Crows supporter and also follow the 36ers in the NBL.
The first content we'll be bringing you will be the AFL Grand Final preview.
And we'll also bringing to you interviews from the fans at the first 36ers home game, which will be on Sunday, September 28th, as we take on the Brisbane Bullets at the Entertainment Centre.
Stay tuned for that and make sure you give us a follow, like and subscribe.
Now let's get to the first episode.
Hello, we are coming to you live on Sunday. It's about 3 o'clock and we are going to be talking about the preliminary finals on Friday against the Geelong Cats and Hawthorn, where Geelong Cats run away with the win, and the Collingwood Magpies and the Brisbane Lions, where Brisbane Lions took it home and will be facing Geelong in the grand final at the MCG.
Massive grand final on the line. The preliminary finals just happened in the past 2 days. This previous weekend that just went past, and we cannot wait for some ferocious grand final football. Geelong taking on the Brisbane Lions in what we'd call probably one of the best grand finals, with Snoop Dogg doing the pre-game entertainment. It's going to be a massive crowd, obviously, because that's what it is every grand final year. Every year for the grand final in the AFL. And what's your prediction, Laz? What do you reckon? What's your prediction for the grand final and the margin?
Yeah, obviously there's going to be a pretty big crowd. It's a very prestigious game. I reckon Brisbane are going to come away with it because Brisbane are a very good grand final team. They've been in the last three, 24 and 25. And I reckon they're going to go loss, win. And I reckon they're going to win. It's going to be tight, so I'm going to say 7 points.
7 points, not a bad prediction. I'm going to go the other route. I'm going to go Geelong to win this grand final.
Ooh.
They've been one of the best teams all year, minus my Adelaide Crows who finished first. But going off of...
straight sets.
Yeah, straight sets. We're not going to be talking about the straight sets Crows. Obviously, that doesn't need to be talked about because... Obviously, that's my team, and I don't want to talk about it ever again in my entire life. I just want to forget this season happened from finishing first in 43 years later from the 1983 season, or 42 years later, finishing minor premiers and going out in straight sets. But grand final prediction: Geelong versus Brisbane, 2nd v 3rd, massive game on the line. I'm going to go the Cats to win this game. They're going to win this game by 8 points. I feel like that's going to be an easy win. It's going to be tight, but I feel like the Cats will just run away with the win. I feel like Max Holmes or Bailey Smith will be the game winner. Game winners, as in kicking a goal in the dying stages of the grand final. And it's going to be the first close grand final in a couple of seasons, because last year was obviously a 60-point deficit where Brisbane won 60-120 against the Sydney Swans in a non-Victorian grand final. And then obviously 2023 being the most recent close grand final, being 4 points, where Collingwood won 90-86 over the Brisbane Lions, who have played in the past 2 grand finals and are back in to another spot of winning premiership glory. Who's your Norm Smith medalist for for Brisbane?
Oh, for Brisbane... God, there's so many good ones. I feel like if Lachie Neale does end up playing, he'll play very good, but not like Norm Smith good. Oh, I reckon either the Skinner, Kyle Lohman, or maybe potentially Cam Rayner. He is a big playing part in Brisbane's forward line. What about you for Geelong?
For Geelong, I know I'm predicting Geelong, but if I had to choose for a Brisbane player to win it, it'd be Zach Bailey or Cam Rayner, like you said. Because I predicted Geelong, I'm probably going to go Bailey Smith. The way he's been playing, I reckon he's going to win the Brownlow tomorrow night. In the Brownlow count, because Jordan Dawson's up there. There's other players as well, big names: Bontempelli, Dawson, Bailey Smith, and all other midfielders like Noah Anderson's up there as well. Playing,
Matt Rao.
Matt Rowell as well for Gold Coast. 2 Gold Coast players probably are going to be in the top 5, top 10 of the Brownlow race this season. But I feel like Bailey Smith's going to be one of the highest rated, highest voted by the people in the community of AFL football. And Bailey Smith or Jordan Dawson will go away with the win. He'll win the North-South medal, having about 36 disposals on the day and having 2 goals throughout the match. It's going to be a big call, but I reckon that's going to happen.
If I could call a Norm Smith medalist for Geelong, I'm going Patrick Dangerfield. He went off on Friday night. He was a very big playing part in that game and that smashing that they had. So I would go Patrick Dangerfield. And I feel like if they do win the grand final, he will retire too.
Yeah, well, now on to the next segment, the Gatorade spill colour prediction. So, what colour do you reckon the boys from the winning team will pour on either Chris Scott or Chris Fagan for the winning team?
Oh, God. So, last year, I believe it was orange. It was either orange or yellow. It was one of them. I'm saying this year it's going to be yellow.
Really?
Because I feel like, they wouldn't... Oh, it's because it depends what... So, in the rooms, like, they always, at the end of the games, they always have the table with the different colours of Gatorade. Normally, a fan favourite on the table is purple and yellow. So, they would use one of those colours because they got the jugs and they pour out the cups. So, I'm going with yellow.
All right, I'm gonna go a very niche prediction because I've never done a prediction for like a drink spill. I know they've done it every grand final, but I just haven't noticed what colours they've been using every single season.
Big in the NFL too.
I'm probably going to go. This is probably not going to happen, but it's the most niche prediction I can come up with. It's the most common. It's one of the most common colours of Gatorade or Powerade. I'll go with orange.
Damn it! I said red. I guessed that you were going to say red.
I was about to say red, but I changed to orange last second, literally.
Speaking of grand finals, while we're kind of on that topic, the VFL and SANFL are currently going on. SANFL is down at Adelaide Oval, and VFL is at Icon Park with Footscray and Southport Sharks taking on.
And in the SANFL, it is Sturt v Glenelg at Adelaide Oval. Massive clashes.
And I believe Bulldogs are currently winning by like 20-odd points. And I think Sturt are off to a great start against Glenelg. I think it's not looking too good for Glenelg.
And obviously, they've played in previous grand finals before Glenelg and they haven't been able to capitalise. They lost to Woodville West Torrens in 2021. Up the Woodville West Torrens Eagles, I do go for them in the SANFL out of all teams. And then obviously 2019 was their last premiership, I believe. So
no, it was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah,
my fault.
They've won a couple.
Yeah,
they are, I reckon, the most common SANFL appearing grand final teams.
Yeah, they really are, because Liam McBain's a big player for them. I can't really mention many big players for the Glenelg Tigers, but some big names in their list is helping them. Apparently not in this game against Sturt, because Sturt basically went undefeated this season. I think they only had the one loss.
It was very close.
Two losses throughout the season.
Pretty sure they went from the semi to the grand final, and they were a very good side. I'm pretty sure that one of their debuts this year won Rising Star or either the MVP medal for their SANFL. They won something, which is, boost their confidence.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to move on to the next segment after the Gatorade spill colour and the SANFL and VFL Grand Final preview or review or whatever. We're going to go on to the preliminary finals review, which we've already done.
Sort of, yeah, we touched on it.
We're going to touch on a bit more about the Geelong v Hawthorn clash.
Yep.
Big game on the Friday night, Cats v Hawks. Obviously, the Crows did get out in straight sets from Hawthorn, defeating them by 34 points.
I've witnessed both of them. Best days of my life.
In the semi-final the week prior to this weekend. And, the Cats it was a close game up until the final siren. Well, not up until the final siren, but up until, the ending... the middle of the third or fourth quarters, where the Cats just ran away with it in the end. Obviously, Tyson Stengel. If you haven't seen my TikTok, go follow it. I'll put it down below, my private TikTok. I'll put it down below in the description somewhere of this video. But it's going to be a massive. It's going to be a massive grand final. Obviously, the preliminary finals were massive as well. Brisbane won by about 29 points, I think it was, over the Collingwood Football Club, and it was a 30-point win for the Cats over Hawthorn.
Yeah, Hawthorn looked so strong until that prelim. They just, like, Geelong trampled all over them. Yeah, their defence was too good, and they were stood all over Hawthorn, and it was just unlucky, really.
All right, so now we're going to move on to one of the funny segments of the day. Laz has got a laptop ready, and we're going to be playing one theme song from the AFL. It's going to be one of the two grand final teams. Can you guys predict in the chat or comments down below if I make this a premiere? What do you guys reckon in the comment section down below, or the chat if I put it as a premiere, which I probably will? Let us know what grand final team's theme song are we about to play in the background of this video. It's going to be a funny just segment for laughs, and then we'll go on a bit more small chit-chat about the VFL and SANFL Grand Finals, and then that'll be it for the episode. But yeah, should be a funny segment. This one. Here's the theme song right now.
We are the pride. Suck it, Collingwood!
We always love it when Collingwood choke. Australia wins again.
All for one and one for all. We will let... Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay, that was a bit cringe, but we thought we'd put it in just for a bit of shits and giggles. And I think that's it for the episode. What do you reckon?
For the whole episode? Nah, I still gotta...
What else should we talk about?
Let's have a look at how we're going in the VFL. What about D-list from this year? D-list from teams that aren't still in the finals. Like, I know Todd Goldstein and someone else from Essendon, Laverty, all got told that they were not getting offered a contract next year. What about from Crows?
I'm not sure about Crows.
Lockie Murphy.
Got to look a bit deeper into that, but I think Lockie Murphy's not going to be signing on for another year. There will be some other big name players that are coming back next year, especially some young talent from all clubs across all states of the AFL, of course. And I feel like West Coast, they're going to have a little push next year, but they're not going to have a massive push. They're not going to make a finals burst yet.
West Coast, wow.
But I think they're going to finish outside the bottom four next season. I reckon after finishing 18th, they've had enough of being down low. I reckon they'll go back up a little bit more, not too high, but I reckon they'll get up there next year, about middle of the road of the ladder. Wow,
that's a big call. And I'm just having a look now. Footscray are currently leading. It's close. Fourth quarter, 64-58. The Sharks have made a big comeback, and we'll see at the end of the episode, well, probably long after the episode's ended, who will come out with the cup.
Yes. And you want to check the SANFL scores as well, just to make sure we know what the SANFL scores are live right now.
It's not looking good for Glenelg. It's 54-16. They haven't scored since last quarter. It's only 6 minutes into quarter 3 though, so we'll see how that pans out. It's not looking good though.
No, definitely not.
So yes, yeah.
The recent inclusion in the AFLW, should we talk about that a bit more?
Yeah.
What round is it now? Round 3 or round 4? I think the women's...
Jeez, round 6.
And what's the ladder looking like? Is North Melbourne up there, or is...
Oh, yeah, because they were winner.
Crows, Brisbane, Geelong.
Ladder.
Any good sides like Melbourne?
Okay, so that's the actual AFLW. So the top of the ladder are currently Kangaroos, the reigning premiers, followed by Melbourne, Hawthorn, Sydney, Carlton, Adelaide, Brisbane, Geelong, and Bulldogs sitting at a nice old 16th. On your Bulldogs, that's the way. Yeah, we haven't won in a long time.
Yeah, and the Crows are, I think, sitting in the top 8, so that's pretty good. Top 6. How about that? Even better. In 6th position, looking good for us. We might be able to host at least an elimination final. I know it's early days, but
it's actually not that early if you're in the AFLW, because they've only got 12 rounds.
Yeah, I think they've got 10 rounds per
12
season.
rounds.
12 rounds per season. So yeah,
Here's a good one. Next year, tryouts for Tassie Devils of AFL and VFLW.
Really? VFL and VFLW Tasmania?
Yep, they're joining next year.
Into the comp.
And then, is it joining the AFL the year after?
2028, yeah.
Oh, no. Jeez, not even the year after.
So 2 years after, yeah.
There's been a lot of doubts about that, though.
There has been a lot of talk about that. And a lot of memorable moments. Obviously, the Jamie Elliott mark you might have seen from the preliminary final against the Brisbane Lions. I'll pop up on... I'll post a TikTok about that on my private account if you guys want to follow that. Link in the description down below. I'll put Layla's TikTok down below as well if you want to have a look at hers. And, looking good for Geelong v Brisbane. We don't know the lineups yet because it's a week in advance, but...
I'm looking at the favourites. Cats are the favourite, $1.50 to $2.60, so it's not looking good for Lions. Lions are a great finals team, though. I don't know. I don't think these people don't.
Yeah, because last year they did it all the way from finishing 5th. They did it the hard way. They played the Carlton Blues in the elimination final, beat them easily by a 60-0 start, and then won the game only by 28 points. And then moving on to NG Stadium, they beat the Giants by 5 points. Joe Danaher kicked the game winner. And then prelim against the Cats, they won by 10 points. Rayner slotted through the game winner.
Yeah.
And then the grand final, Joe Danaher put a final stamp on the day and
then retired, said, see you later.
And held up the cup and hung up the boot and said goodbye to the AFL. So, yeah.
Oh, God, that is music to everyone's ears. Oh, shut up.
Why did you need to play the Bulldogs theme song?
Because it's the best theme song out there. What is the best theme song out there?
Oh, that's a bit of a tough debate because...
Giants are good.
I wouldn't want to say Collingwood because I hate Collingwood. But they have a good theme song. Richmond up there as well.
Yeah.
What other teams could be up there? Not the Crows at all. Not Brisbane. Not Carlton.
Fun fact about Brisbane theme song.
Fremantle's is okay.
Oh, it's very rhymey.
It's really rock and roll and it's really loud too.
So a fun fact about Brisbane's theme song: if you listen to the actual tune, it's the same tune as the French theme,
French
national anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, which is funny.
Yeah, it is very funny.
Victor Wembanyama, shout out to you from
France
and the NBA.
From France. How about the NBL? Season has started.
The NBL season has started. Melbourne got the first win against Tasmania on the Thursday night, I believe, or Friday night.
Yep.
And now it's currently Melbourne v Breakers. We saw these scores not long ago before we filmed this, and Melbourne were blowing them out of the park. I didn't expect them to win so comfortably over the Breakers. The Breakers aren't really a good team so far. Last year they didn't finish that high. Cairns didn't finish high either. They finished probably last on the table. But now Cairns have got some big ins like Jack McVeigh's going to the side, so he's coming back to the NBL.
Yep.
He's going to play for Cairns and sometime will verse the Tassie Jack Jumpers, his former side. Obviously Milton Doyle did so on Thursday night against the Jack Jumpers playing for Melbourne United.
Yes.
And obviously BC 11, Bryce Cotton coming to the 36ers. It's going to be a massive season with BC 11 and Montrezl Harrell being both big players, big names up there. Obviously DJ, the captain, of course, from last season. How do you reckon we'll go this season? Do you reckon we'll finish top and have a tough chance for the title?
So they're saying that we've got the best lineup in the whole competition.
Yeah, best starting five because we've got Zylan Cheatham, Isaac Humphries, Montrezl Harrell, Bryce Cotton and DJ's our starting five.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
that's going to be our starting five. With some other young players like Shea Brogan and Ben Gritschke on the bench.
It was upsetting to lose him in the blitz when they were just having a shoot around and the backboard fell on his neck.
Oh,
yeah, it was tough. Yeah, I'm having a mind blank. I was going to say it, but yeah, I'll have to say it. What's his name? He moved to the Sydney Kings.
Oh, Kendrick Davis.
Don't worry, Kendrick Davis. We won't miss you too much. We've got Bryce Cotton, so don't worry. We found a replacement for the dynamic duo.
It would have been better with you, Kendrick Davis, but, you know...
things happen.
Things happen, and if you don't like us, then leave us. We don't care. Montrezl Harrell disagreed. Montrezl Harrell disagreed by saying we didn't
do anything wrong.
Yeah,
to
we didn't
him.
do anything wrong.
He's just a sook. He's just sad.
He's just upset at himself for leaving a club where he thinks that
fantastic team.
is not up to his standards, of course. But
It's only really
he's gone to
'cause
Sydney Kings to play with Xavier Cooks, I guess. So we'll see how he goes with Xavier Cooks.
I think it's only
as
because he was
one of the
really
big
just.
men.
It was because he's really just upset because, like, Montrezl Harrell, he had all the spotlight and kind of Kendrick Davis was just standing in his shade. Of course, like, Montrez would do things to include him, like the water. Montrez included him a lot, but yeah, at the end, clearly it just wasn't enough for him and he just felt the need to leave. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
unfortunate from Kendrick Davis, but things happen and it is what it is sometimes. Next season for the AFL, do you reckon the Bulldogs will make a finals berth? Obviously, they didn't make it this year because of the Freo Dockers defeating you guys, but do you reckon you'll be bigger and better next year?
oh, well, I feel like we are not the best. Like, we're not that bad. Like, clearly, we got Bond. I was going to say Yuka Hagen, but he's been stuffle. We got most of our good players from the draft. We're not the best. We haven't been the best in the draft lately. We've been picking up a lot of young players that we're not actually using. So there's not really been much rumours. All the rumours of trades has been going to Saints, going to all these bad teams. We haven't really been in the spotlight that much, but I hope we can recruit some good players from trades and we can get Cody Waitman back because he's been out with a knee injury all year. I've missed him a lot.
Yeah, well, speaking of the AFL, with sides that didn't make the 8 this season, St Kilda. Josiah Wanganamilla has re-signed for another few years.
Mega deal!
Mega deal, so he's not going anywhere. He won't be going to the Crows or Port Adelaide. He said he wanted to, he might have wanted, I don't think he wanted to, but he might have had a chance to go to South Australia to play for the Crows or Port, but he tried to deny it, and Jack Higgins, even when they versed Port after the game, he said, I don't like Adelaide at all, so...
Yeah, go on, play on your pace
it is
five.
what it is with St Kilda players. If they don't want to join us, then we won't join them, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no real big trades for either of our teams at the moment.
Nah.
So, yeah, which is unfortunate, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
So, not too bad. Well, I think that's about it.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode. It's called The Big Dance, so hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow our TikTok and Instagram account. I'll put the... Make sure to subscribe, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. I'll put a screenshot of something of our tags and whatever in the description below. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Episode 2, it might be with a guest, it might not be, but we'll have to find out next time. See you guys next time. Have a good one.
Go the Scray!
Peace.